Hey Brian, how are you?
I'm good, buddy. Good morning.
Good to see you again.
Cheers. Same here.
You know what, one of the things I just really enjoy about working with you and together on is when we think about how do we build a purposeful based organization.
Yeah, and it's something that you and I shared pretty intensely. Is how do we build an organization that really is engaged and likes what they do, kind of once they get out of bed and run to work in the morning. And we know working with a purpose is pretty key to that. And you say working with a purpose, but what does that actually mean? I mean, we can put a little definition to it and kind of some meat on those bones and talk through it a little bit. I know, Tim, when we talk about purpose built, one of the things that really helps is social responsibility initiative, right? And something you're very you lead for us.
Right, and I think we have that fundamental obligation as an organization to think about our social responsibility. And so there's a couple of tenets that we use to kind of underscore those approaches within the organization. So obviously one is just thinking about how we're charitable.
Yeah.
And charity can be in a variety of forms, right? Well, obviously the one that comes to mind for most people is just from a financial perspective. But I know you work quite a bit thinking about how do we engage our people from a time perspective as well and an energy perspective.
Yeah, so making sure that the people feel and understand that they have the encouragement of the leadership team to actually give of themselves and to give of time and to actually work in the community, in addition to if they want to donate stuff financially, is pretty key to their engagement. What we want to do is we want them to be very proud of the organization they work for, and you have to build that pride through actions.
Yeah, and I think the important aspect of doing that well is, look, it's not an HR initiative. Yeah. Right? It's just kind of the fundamental core of who we are and what we do, and we want people to feel an opportunity to participate in that, should they choose to.
And even beyond social responsibility, but the general work through the day at large, the body of clients that we service, we're fairly intentful about making sure that we're doing work for organizations we feel are kind of have the same values and are aligned. We look nationally and some extent now internationally for organizations that have just fantastic missions they're on. And we can adopt those missions and feel really good about engaging deeply with clients that are doing great things.
Yeah, completely agree. So understanding those missions of our clients is important, and engaging with organizations that share similar values. And then we talk a lot about, within our organization, what we call ethical business practices. So just how do we, when we engage with clients, engage in an ethical manner and in a consistent manner with a shared value system with our clients.
Yeah, and it comes the base of that is coming with transparency.
Agreed.
So there's going to be issues and problems that happen in large projects. We just got to be very forthright about it. It comes in our billing practices where we do full detailed billing of the time from our team members explaining what they did for whatever hours are being positioned on an invoice. That transparency and the willing to be wrong and the willing to always do the right thing, or at least attempt to, is really, I think, the key to creating that ethical workplace.
Yeah, completely agree. And then so I'd say the third and last tenet would be a term we'd use would be sustainability. Yeah. And so one of the cool parts about sustainability is, frankly, many of the clients we're engaging with are undertaking technology initiatives to help our environment be more sustainable. So they think about ways within their organizations to lower their carbon footprint and to lower their impact on the environment. And they're using technology to help them do that.
Yeah, exactly. And some of the movements that happen now, you don't necessarily have to do it at a local company level, because you can take advantage of it in an aggregate, in like cloud systems that are built on sustainable footprints. Whether the data centers they run are sitting out with hydropower in Idaho, so that they're being very sensitive to their energy consumption, whether there's different techniques around how they actually turn things on and off to make sure they utilize it as wisely as they can from a power perspective. You can get advantage of that just by making smart selections of who you work with.
Yeah, completely agree. So again, enjoy working with you and thinking about that, and consistently thinking, how do we build that organization that operates with a purpose? So thanks for the opportunity to do so.
Cheers, buddy. Thank you.